What's up, guys? Today I have a big announcement. I'm releasing a new program. And I know a lot of you are probably like, wait a second, didn't we just do that? And yeah, I just released Parking Lot Bodybuilding earlier this month, but now I'm releasing a new program, and it's called Silver Era Space Marine. I think that's a sick title, and you should probably just go ahead and buy it on the title alone. I think it's worth buying on the title alone, but I'm going to explain it anyway. Anyway, the backstory on why I'm releasing two programs simultaneously or almost simultaneously. No, I didn't just sell out and I'm just trying to grab a bunch of cash. What had happened was, oh no. Oh man, I'm already, if someone's saying what had happened was, they're lying, but I'm actually not. So anyway, what happened was I was already working on parking lot bodybuilding when Eugene Teo approached me about putting a program on his Ganbrew Method app. And it seemed like something different from what I was already doing would work a whole lot better there for reasons you'll see in a second. So I ended up working on both of them simultaneously. And today I want to explain Silver Era Space Marine and what the differences are. Because while there are going to be some areas of overlap between the programs, they fill very different niches and have different advantages and disadvantages. So by the end of this video, I don't think anybody's going to be left wondering which one they should buy. I think it'll be very clear which one's a better fit for your needs. So just to briefly recap for the purposes of comparison, parking lot bodybuilding is designed to be a program for a minimally equipped home gym. All you need is a barbell, rings, and bands to get excellent gains. And it's designed to be more than just a one-time use program. It's designed to provide an exercise library with video tutorials that will allow you to train every body part comprehensively and effectively with very minimal equipment. Some of these, of course, are the unconventional exercises that you've seen me promote on here, like Jefferson curls. Kind of a big draw, really, with both of these programs is a very complete tutorial on the Jefferson curl. But other things are just kind of methods I've found to set up various exercises for different body parts using the three pieces of equipment that I listed in the equipment requirements, right? And it's fairly inexpensive one-time purchase that offers a whole lot of value per dollar. I decided to set the price a lot lower than some of the pricing recommendations I was getting from experts in the field because I figured there'd be a lot of overlap between people who want to use minimal equipment and people who are working on a budget, right? So the goal is if you buy parking lot bodybuilding, you're ready for anything. If the apocalypse happens, as long as you can scavenge a barbell, rings, bands, and something to throw on the barbell, plates or tires or whatever the case may be. You can keep getting absolutely jacked from neck down to your calves. If you want to be the Ayatollah of rock and rolla, when they shut down the gyms again, or when hyperinflation, population collapse, or whatever scenario you think is most likely wrecks the infrastructure, this is the program you're going to want. Or, if you just want to be able to train at home or wherever with minimal equipment and you want creative exercise solutions to make that feasible, parking lot bodybuilding is the program you want. But as a result of the emphasis on comprehensiveness and minimal equipment requirements, it is bulky. It's 6 days a week, which I know is a lot. It shouldn't be an issue from a recovery perspective since the volume is a function of trying to train everything comprehensively. Each body part will get plenty of time to recover, but I know not everyone can or wants to train 6 days a week, right? Now, you can cut that down a lot by eliminating workouts you don't care about as much, like the second arm day, neck, forearms, whatever. But even if you cut down the number of workouts, it's still less convenient than a full gym program that would take advantage of benches, racks, dumbbells, etc., because of the need to set up everything with the equipment listed, right? There's just no way to accomplish the goals of the program with the specified equipment without that being the case. It's not going to be as convenient as a gym, right? Um, all the feedback I've gotten about the workout so far has been overwhelmingly positive. People are sharing in the chat on the app, and yeah, it's been very positive. But still, I mean, convenience is obviously going to be a downside for an improvised equipment program, right? And the next one, Silver Space Marine, is going to solve that problem. And by the way, those of you who have already bought Parking Lot Bodybuilding, thanks so much for your purchase and for your feedback. I really appreciate you guys continuing to give me feedback because that helps me just improve everything. So keep it up. If you see anything, let me know. Or, obviously, I appreciate the positive feedback as well. Before I discuss the Silver Era Space Marine program itself, let me give you an overview of the app. It's on the Ganbrew Method app. So the Ganbrew Method is a workout tracking app. You can create your own workouts, track your progress, etc. But I think the real draw is that it gives you access to over 70 programs and counting by some of the best coaches in the business. I mean, you can find mobility programs from my own mobility coach, Lucas Hardy, or from Movement by David. I'm sure a lot of you have seen him. Um, you can find hybrid conditioning from Alec Blennis. Obviously, hypertrophy programs and power building strength programs from Eugene himself, and that's just to mention a few names that people who follow me are probably familiar with, right? So, and obviously, these are big names, some of the best in the industry. So you're getting a lot of really good quality programs, right? And so once you subscribe to the app, you get all that. There's no charge for additional programs. You just get access to all that as well as the functionality of the app where you can just create your own custom workouts, etc. Right? So with that being the case, when developing a program for the Ganbaru method, I wanted to make something much more streamlined than parking lot bodybuilding. My goal was to give you the best of my style of training, which is what I would consider to be a continuation of the silver era style, but updated with the best of the modern era as well, in an efficient package so as to leave you more time to explore workouts from other coaches or just ones that you create on your own, right? So the result of that was a 4 day a week program, again, using my philosophy of using functional old school lifts where applicable, to include a lot of bang for your buck mobility and functional strength in a hypertrophy program that's going to get you absolutely yoked. And that's kind of the big selling point of the program. It's definitely going to get you guys yoked. But this one takes advantage of the convenience of a full gym to provide those benefits in a much more time efficient package that's going to give you plenty of stimulus for gains, obviously, while still allowing you plenty of time to add whatever additional training interests you the most. Obviously, the program's going to be effective by itself, but if you're spending money to get access to such a great variety of programming, I might as well give you a program that's going to help you get your money's worth by, you know, not taking up all your time, right? I don't want to monopolize all your time. I want you to be free to explore outside of what I'm teaching and take advantage of all the resources that you have available. And you really do get some great resources on this app. I can personally vouch for Lucas's programming. I've run that fantastic, and everything I've seen from all the other coaches has been great. And to be quite frank, I'm honored that Eugene gave me the opportunity to offer my programming alongside theirs. So that's I wanted to have a good program that does stand up to that comparison, and I think I accomplished that. So anyway, from that, I think it should be pretty clear already which program is going to be a better fit for which person. I mean, if you have minimalist equipment, obviously you're going to want to go with parking lot bodybuilding. If you don't have access to a full gym and all the conveniences you would need to run a full gym programming, then obviously do the minimalist equipment program. If you do have a full gym, but you have fewer training days available, obviously you're going to want to go with Silver Air Space Marine. Or if you want to train more days, but you just want, say, 4 days to be focused on your hypertrophy and you want to explore other methodologies in your other remaining days, obviously Silver Space Marine is going to be a much better fit for you. And obviously, if you want to get access to other coaches' programming in addition to mine, you're obviously going to want to go with the Ganbaru Method app, right? And yeah, it ends up being a pretty good value. You can buy a program that's going to get you absolutely thick, yoked, big traps, thick, all that good stuff. But then from the same, purchase, you can go on to develop your splits from, something by moving by David, right? That's a pretty good deal right there if that's what you're looking for. Now, in terms of price, we are comparing a one-time purchase to a subscription. So obviously, Silver Era Space Marine on the Ganbaru method could end up being more expensive in the long run. Now, with discount code Atlas, you'll get 50% off when you sign up for a year, and that works out to $10 a month. And I mean, that is objectively a really great deal if you like the premise of the app and you intend to use it as intended to get access to programming from multiple different coaches with multiple specialities. New coaches and programs are being brought on all the time. I'll probably be releasing specialized programs on the app, at a later date. One thing that I've been thinking about putting on there is a one-hand deadlift specialization program. Anyway, whenever that stuff comes out, you'll have access to all of that, no additional charge. So if that's what you're looking for, I don't think I really have to sell you on it. It's kind of obviously a good deal. But that being said, I realize $120 could be like right down up front could be a lot for many folks all at once. So there's also a pay as you go, like by the month option. It's more expensive per month, but I mean, if you pay just long enough to run the program, it's obviously going to be less expensive. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say this, but if you just paid for 1 month to see the program, you can watch all the tutorial videos, run the program for a month, get familiar with it, so you know what to do. The price would actually be comparable, slightly less actually than parking lot bodybuilding. And if you're not sure about even that, there's also a 7 day free trial, so you can at least look at it and see if you like it before committing, right? So the point being, there's options in terms of price, so you should probably just pick whichever one's a better fit for you, I would say. I hope that answers most of your questions about what each one's about, what the differences are. But if you have any more, leave them in the comments. I'll make sure to answer them. or if there's something else that you'd rather see from me, or maybe something more specialized program that you'd like me to put on the Ganbaru Method app later, feel free to let me know. Now that I've gotten these programs out, it's time to start working on some new projects. Now, part of that will be scaling up my one-to-one coaching. So if you're interested in that, let me know through the link tree in my bio. But if there's any sort of program you guys want, maybe it could be on Ganbaru if you guys like that setup. Just let me know. And if anybody suggests something that you like in the comments, make sure to also upvote it just so that I know it's popular, right? It's one thing if one guy suggests it, but if you guys are all saying something, then obviously that's what I need to do. One thing I want to try to do more of now is get feedback from you guys and figure out what exactly I can do to best, help you guys. I'm not trying to, do some what do they call it, the parasocial thing, but like realistically, if I'm selling programs, I want to make sure that whatever your problems are, I do my absolute best to solve those problems in a format that's going to work the best for you. So I would appreciate any suggestions, feedback, like whatever I can do to help you guys that, be willing to give some of your hard earned cash for, obviously. Um, please let me know because I do want to get better at that. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And once again, thank you very much to everybody who's already bought Parking Lot Bodybuilding. I really appreciate your purchase and also all the good feedback you guys have been giving me. And obviously, thank you to everybody who's bought my book, Old Time Lifts for Modern Lifters. You guys are continuing to buy, and I really appreciate that. And I look forward to putting out more products that hopefully you guys appreciate too. All right, thank you very much.